Good morning, Ty Law.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. I got to say, I appreciate the opinions and the banter over the hit. But come on, Wiggy, we've seen a lot harder hits than that in our day, man.
No, I agree. And we talked to Jelani, and I said this before. I never played defense, but I can only imagine how difficult it is because these quarterbacks wait for the last minute. That's why I said
damn right.
My rule, Ty, it would be that once you get outside the pocket, if you ain't sliding, you have like a 5-yard halo. Get down, because if you don't get down early, you are fair game.
Exactly, fair game. And like I said, we're leading with the forearm and everything. I get it, repeat offender. You don't want to hurt anybody, but this is football, and the hit wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? I mean, I've seen a lot worse than that.
Dude, he was in the fencing position. Like, how do you defend? His slide started pretty early.
Yeah.
And
I'm not trying to defend it, Greg. I'm just saying the hit wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Regardless of how it went down, whatever position. The hit that would have been that hit wasn't that bad.
Well, Curtis
I'm just saying.
Curtis was showing us a video, and I believe we played it on Twitch yesterday.
Right.
Of Brady getting his head knocked off. But
when you guys were in Buffalo, Clements came up and nailed Brady right in the head, and he got up.
But Brady bounced right back up. If Trevor Lawrence bounces right back up, we don't have an issue.
People would still be talking about it.
He didn't. Trevor Lawrence didn't bounce right back up.
Unfortunately, he did
because the deep recesses of his brain were malfunctioning.
Well, yeah,
that's why he didn't bounce right back.
Sometimes it happens, Greg, in football.
You know, hey, Greg, you know what the problem is now? I respect protecting the players, so you know that safety first. Yeah. But we call that getting your bail wrong, man. They call it concussion nowadays. We call it getting your bail wrong. Get your ass up. You see a little stars. Yeah. Find your way back to the huddle. Play ball.
Yeah, the good old days.
Exactly.
But Ty, the league can't start saying we care about player safety and want to be protecting the players more than the era in which you and Wiggy played, and then just give them a 3-game suspension for something like that.
Yeah, 3-game suspension. I think that, usually when they say suspension, that's 3 games without pay. That's a lot of damn money for a hit now. Now, it's going to make you play a little tentative. Now, that means you can't do nothing. Because, they're going to take your money. So it's like, now, does he deserve it? Is he a repeat offender? Is he like a Draymond in the NFL? I don't know.
Yeah, he's a repeat offender.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I think that's got to be the new rule change, is just give yourself up way early. So,
well, I think things have to change because you now know, and maybe you didn't earlier, what some of the effects of a concussion are.
That's part of it.
Long term.
But that's what I told. But
you get that, right?
No, I know. I totally get that. I'm just saying, I agree with it because, hell, I can't remember nothing now. I had plenty of them.
Have you heard Wiggy on the show? You understand what the effects of a concussion can be.
I was in the trenches, so we battled in those trenches.
Yes,
but a guy and we talk about this all the time, when you see a quarterback sliding and he has plenty of time where he is already outside the pocket, you can make that. The problem is they want to get that little extra yard, and we talked to Jelani Tavai about just give yourself up way earlier, or what I said is dive head first, and sometimes it's a little bit easier, but you got to give yourself up early.
Speaking of Jelani Tavai, he was on with us at 7:30 this morning, and I asked him this question, and his answer, I guess, was, the details, we're not executing it, paying attention to details. When you look at this defense and the fall off from last year, what do you see as the main issues?
Man, I can look across the board. One is it's the cohesion. It's like they don't always play together, especially in key situations. They're not on the same page. The secondary could be playing decent, but the guys up front ain't playing well. The guys up front could be playing decent, and the secondary is giving up big chunks of yards, not covering anyone. So I just think the cohesion and as a whole for the defense, where's the leadership? You know what I mean? I thought, when, Peppers came back, you're getting somebody being an aggressor, coming back, but they have too many holes all over the place. So, I think a leadership, in a locker room leadership, on-field leadership, side room leadership is missing. Something is missing because they're not always on the same page. I'm like, when you guys get off the field, Do y'all get together and talk as a defense? Do you get together and talk as a secondary, or just go there and sit there and drink your damn Gatorade? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I wish they'd put the camera over there.
See, Ty,
because somebody need to be talking.
Ty, one of the things that I said to Jelani, because, you know, when you think about little things and I hear, you know, not being able to do the little things right or making the mistakes when it comes to minor things, to me, that's a lack of you putting in the extra time after practice. That's a lack of you focusing in practice. And I asked Jelani, I said, do you think that now, because practices are so short, we practice for like 4 hours, and then guys did 30, 40 minutes of extra work on their own. Do you think that a lot of these guys nowadays are not putting in that work when it comes to being on top of the little things?
I know they're not putting in the work because you can tell on the field. I mean, look at it, man. they the same mistakes week in and week out. How long can you use the same excuse? My thing is practice. When we didn't have something, and I know I refer back to the good old days, the glory days, but we were winning. We were competitive. We wouldn't accept that. So even when the coaches is gone, we'll call together as a team, as a defense. Teddy Bruschi will get it real quick. Willie McGinnis real quick. Hey, we need to watch this as a team. All coaches is out. They need to do some all coaches out type shit. Y'all, the coaches don't even come in here. We got to figure this out.
We have to dump. We have to dump.
You know
out of the, we have to dump out of the S-bomb, and that is that's $100 $100 in the swear jar for the Greg Hil Foundation. We appreciate that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had it out there on the tailgate too. We got a couple dollars, Greg.
I saw
we
that.
was out there tailgating this, but yeah, man, we taking the swear jar everywhere.
Listen,
and people are glad to participate.
You got a crisp $100 bill from Bill Belichick. Dollar bill, as Cam Newton used to call him. And when it comes to coaching, though, like you look at Anthony Richardson, and why are they just unable to? His arm is not. He doesn't have a great arm. Like, are they unable?
No.
Are they just unable to basically take the run away and make him try to throw the football, or is that a coaching error when it comes to the coordinator here?
I mean, I think it's a coaching error, I guess, for not knowing your players and putting them in the right position. But I don't want to blame the coaches for that. You guys know that Anthony Richardson is not a natural fluid passer. You know that's his weakness. So if I'm going to take my chances, I'm going to stack the box. I'm not going to let you run. I'm going to make you beat us through the air. And you still got to play football. Somebody got to do their job up front. Somebody got to cover the receiver. So you can't just put that on the coaches because they're not out there playing. That's why I understood where Gerard was coming from. You just got to word it different when he said what he said weeks ago. Yeah. Those guys figure it out and win the one-on-one battle up front. You know good and damn well that he is going to run the ball for a 2-point conversion. It was going nowhere but the quarterback. Everybody should be running up there. Somebody got to win, and that's what I don't like about the defense when it comes to making excuses, talking about we got to close out, whatever their excuses are, that we're not playing this, the little things. Do you call tackling a little thing in football?
No.
Hell no. That's huge.
Ty, I'd like to make you smile this morning because there's been a lot of negative Patriot stuff. And your good friend and mine, Jermaine Wiggins, defended Ohio State and complained about Michigan planting the flag at the horseshoe after beating Ohio State as a 3-touchdown underdog. The floor is yours, Ty. Great win. And what do you think about the post-game stuff?
Man, you know what? I will say, even though it's Ohio State, we got to handle that one better. I don't think that, it's a good look by doing that. But the rivalry.
Thank you.
Did not see
that.
that.
I was saying,
the rivalry.
Win with class. That's all I was saying.
I look at it like this because it could have been a lot worse. Now, is it part of the game? The only way you stop somebody from dancing or planting that flag is you win. You had all this time to fight, 4 quarters. You could fight, legally. But when Michigan, when you go out there and plant the flag, you're asking for trouble. That's like going to the hood. You ain't from the hood, and everybody know you. Now, Michigan, you got a lot of football players out there, but guess what? They got the whole fans, their football team. They got the whole state of Ohio. Man, hey, talk trash and plant the flag on the way out to the airport. Why you at the airport? You know what I mean? You don't do that because somebody could have got really hurt. You know what I mean? So I look at it like that. You know, hey, I ain't no tough guy. Not in that situation. Somebody could have got hurt, but they lost. They mad. Was that 4 in a row? Now,
yep.
You know, Sherrod Moore. Guess what? He done saved his job. Now they talk about firing a day because hell, he lost 1 game, 2 games because he can't beat Michigan. That tells you the magnitude of that game. You know what I mean? So, and the underdog, the 20 points. That was flat out disrespectful. Wiggy, that was more disrespectful than when they gave us a 12-point underdog in the Super Bowl, man. Mm-hmm. That is disrespectful. The other team isn't even supposed to show up. So, you know, this is Michigan, Ohio State. You can't do that. This is what we do in the Big Blue. Yeah, we didn't have a great season, a lot of turnover. But guess what? We beat Ohio State. Season.
Listen, great game by Michigan. Take nothing away from them. My thing is the trash talking before the game, during the game, that's going to happen. But I just like the whole planting the flag at the end. It's like you won the game, win with class. You want to talk trash, like you said, right, on social media after the fact, because all it does is lead to giant melees, which were all over college football because of stupid wanting to plant the flags in the middle of, you know, the opponents or at the opponent's stadium.
Ty, do you think Mike Vrabel could be the coach at Ohio State? Do you think that'd be something he'd like to do?
Ooh.
Man, I don't know I don't know if it was dream. I was like, you know what, Mike Vrabel about to be on deck. He's about to be on deck at Ohio State, and that's my guy, you know. And guess what? If he do go, I ain't rooting for his ass on Michigan on that week. I tell you that. But I think that he will be the next man up, and ultimately probably where he wants to be anyway. You know, I mean, he got his coaching started. He was there for a long time, and he worked his way up the ranks to be a head coach at the NFL. But to go back to Ohio State, they might need a boost like that. Somebody that had the success that he's had in coaching and as a player. You know, I mean, that's where it's going there. Now, a lot of the guys that played the game at a high level are going into coaching. Does that make better results? I don't know. But something like Ohio State, when, you know, he might not know the magnitude of the Michigan-Ohio State because he just heard about it. Mike Vrabel lived it. So it'll be very important for him to, if he goes there, hey, it ain't national championship. We circling Michigan at the end of the day, at the beginning of the season. We're circling Ohio State.
I don't know if I understand your perspective on planting the flag. I understand Wiggy's because he suffers from PTSD when Durfee planted the flag on the Brockton field. Oh, God, do you remember that?
Soon.
No. Because I like Ty.
You got the flag planted on you.
No.
Yes,
because like you said, Ty.
It was actually planted right into his foot.
Nope.
It was
because like Ty said,
it was one of the young freshmen from Durfee did it.
I gave those kids a green light at Brockton. If you plant the flag on our home turf, hey, green light. That's go time.
Oh well,
we
that's not good.
Well, that's the way where I'm from.
Right. Also, I think that was also the nickname you gave your defense, green light.
We're gonna be waiting at the. Hey, guarantee you. We're going to be waiting for you at the buses.
And Wiggy usually loves plants.
Yeah. And I'm not, listen, I'm not one that's about the violence, but you plant your flag, we're going to be waiting for you at the buses.
Yeah.
Not neutralized.
Exactly.
You've been neutralized, Coach.
Yeah.
What, Ty?
But I've been seeing, like, when I played Michigan, you know what they did one time? I mean, it was disrespectful, but it wasn't planting your flag. We were the last game to go to the Rose Bowl. That was it, the Big Ten championship, go to the Rose Bowl. They come in, everybody had roses in their mouth. They walk on our thing, and they already got roses. They got bouquets and shit in their head. I was like, okay.
There's another one.
So that gives us a little bit more motivation. But, you know, I can see if they came in there and tried to plant a flag, even though we won, or before the game or after the game, you know, it's 110,000 people ready to go out there and fight because they've been drinking. The kids is rowdy and hyped up, man. Somebody could have got hurt. So I just think it was a bad decision. It wasn't classless because of the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry, but I don't think it was smart. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's better ways to go about it like Ohio State did. Come in with your roses, get the message, be confident, and go home. And now they all wilted and dead because y'all not going to the Rose Bowl no more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When Wiggy's team lost to Andover, one of the Andover kids had to help plant the flag, like right next to Wiggy.
No, we had this switch called the Boogie Down Brockton Beatdown. If you disrespected us, the switch went up and it was green light time. It was go time.
Boogie down, Boston.
When you start fighting like that, they're gonna take it as, I mean, Ohio State was winning, so they bitter. But when you fight and you losing, and you start fighting, that even looks worse. Because was y'all losing the whole season?
No, we never had nobody disrespect us like that.
Okay. All right.
They knew.
Anyway, before you go, Ty, most entertaining play of the game is brought to you by Apex Entertainment. Experience the thrills at Apex Entertainment in Marlboro. What you got? Or Chime, what do you got?
That Drake Maye touchdown to Austin Hooper. Pretty nice throw.
Yeah. Beautiful placement.
Yeah, beautiful throw. And again, I want to praise him. I know we talked about it plenty, but Drake Maye, he's showing signs. I mean, still another turnover in there, but his efficiency and I'm seeing his numbers. I'm seeing the way he's managing with the stuff that he's working with as far as the players, the running back. No receivers to name of, and working with his tight ends. He is doing a phenomenal job as a rookie, and I want to emphasize as a rookie. You know what I mean? So I like shout out and props to Drake Maye. So hopefully he can continue to get better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put that turnover on him.
No.
He did. I appreciate the fact that he took credit for it or put it on himself afterwards, saying that he could have thrown it to the other shoulder. But Hunter Henry was also on here yesterday.
Got to catch that ball.
Saying he had to catch the ball.
The Christian Gonzalez interception was pretty nice.
Yes,
that was a nice
Good
one.
call.
Yeah, that was a great play right there. I mean, the way he closed on it. I look at the little stuff like that. Closing at the right time, using his hands, jumping in front of him. Because a lot of guys would have went for the pass breakup, Wiggy.
Yeah.
To play it safe. He didn't play it safe. He undercut the route, and he believed in his talent and believed in himself. So that was a great play as well.
All right, Ty Law, we will talk to you again next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, a couple $100 there for the Greg Hil Foundation, swear jar wise.
Ty agreed with me.
Easiest money you make.
2 S-bombs from Ty Law.